So where are you right now? You think you are in a globe spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. That globe is spinning around the sun at 60,000 plus miles an hour. That solar system is flying sideways through the galaxy at 500,000 miles an hour, and that galaxy is going through the rest of the universe at millions of miles an hour, and you feel nothing. In reality, you are actually in a giant planetarium slash terrarium slash soundstage slash Hollywood backlot that is so big that you and everyone you know and everyone you've ever known never figured it out.
At 17,000 miles an hour, the second stage leaves the abandoned first stage far behind as it soars 5,000 miles downrange. The curvature of the Earth is plainly visible.
I have a beautiful view of the S4B and the Earth here all at once. I'll try to get a picture.
Our planet is beautiful. It's not really a planet. It's a great big plane.
A strange message of words Google flat Earth were carved into Mount Rubidoux.
How would you feel if this? There's absolutely zero view pictures from space.
Flat Earth theory is actually getting pretty popular.
My children will have to pay for the lies that NASA gives.
The number of people who think the world is flat is growing. Thousands, if not millions of people.
A lie is a lie, even if everybody believes it.
These people live amongst us. I just want to point this out.
What drives such theories? Why are people flocking to this absurd belief?
Everybody's been fed, except now we got where's the silly chicken?
Right there.
Oh, having one of Mark's favorites. We're having iced applesauce with our.
I mean, it was one of my favorites when I was young.
Well, you like it now too.
All right, so what do we have?
We're having chicken noodle soup, iced applesauce, and some rolls.
Homemade rolls?
Homemade rolls and homemade jam. He's spoiled.
I don't deserve you.
Okay, here we go. So Mark called and said that he was a member of the Flat Earth Society.
Yep.
And I said, oh, Mark, what are you on to now?
How do you know it's a globe? Well, it's because you saw this. It's not like you've been up there in your Jetsons car. Nobody's got a spaceship. You've been looking at this for 30 years. Yeah, you throw that away. This is the domed version of the flat Earth model. The South Pole, it's like a 200-foot wall of ice, straight up, Game of Thrones style. And the sun and the moon are just lights in the sky. I love movies, always have. And so I try to compare it to The Truman Show. You know, The Truman Show was just a giant Hollywood stage 20 miles wide. If you built a stage that was 1,000 miles wide, how many people could you fool besides just Truman? Of course you're going to have questions. Everybody does. Because it's like, okay, how does everything work? Here's a perfect example if you want to see it real quick. So like those buildings in the distance, right out there, that's Seattle. You shouldn't be able to see it. There should be hundreds of feet of curvature between us and them. You should barely be able to see the tops of those buildings. We're doing the curvature of the Earth. Here's what the Earth looks like. And what we're saying is, and of course this is exaggerated, is that if you're here, eventually, if there's an object far enough, you won't be able to see it over here because the curvature of the Earth puts it on the other side of the hill. And you could say, oh, it's refraction, or it's atmospheric effects, or it's mirage. It's like, no. Not in every weather condition, not in every light condition. Science is having a problem combating what we're doing. Neil deGrasse Tyson, I hate saying his name, we call him he who shall not be named, says that it's a growing anti-intellectual movement which borders on the end of civilization and democracy as we know it.
The Earth isn't flat. And by the way, this is called gravity.
The reason why we're winning versus science, against science, is science just throws math at us. Whereas we go and say, hey, by the way, there's Seattle. You can see it right now with your camera. That's it. A picture says 1,000 words.